Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Idioms Explained Podcast. This is episode 19, and I'm your host, Emily. Today, we're diving into an idiom that describes a very human feeling of sudden nervousness or apprehension before a big event.
And I'm Alex. Sudden nervousness, Emily? That sounds like something many of us can relate to before a big commitment. What's the idiom?
It is indeed, Alex. The idiom is to get cold feet.
To get cold feet. Ah, yes, I know this one. It means to suddenly become too frightened or nervous to do something you had planned or agreed to do, especially something important like getting married or making a big presentation, right?
You've got it perfectly, Alex. It's that sudden loss of courage or confidence just before you're about to commit to something significant. For instance, he was all set to skydive, but he got cold feet at the last minute and decided not to jump.
That's a classic example. Or, she was supposed to give the opening speech, but she got cold feet and asked someone else to do it. It really captures that feeling of backing out due to fear or anxiety. Why cold feet, though, Emily?
That's a great question, Alex. The origin isn't entirely certain, but one common theory suggests it relates to the physical sensation of fear. When you're very scared or anxious, blood flow can be redirected from your extremities, like your hands and feet, to your vital organs as part of the fight or flight response. This could literally make your feet feel cold.
Oh, that's fascinating. So a physiological response to fear might have given rise to the idiom. Are there any other theories?
Another, perhaps less direct, theory links it to soldiers in battle. Soldiers who were reluctant to advance or who deserted might have been described metaphorically as having cold feet, lacking the heat of courage or commitment. There's also a suggestion it might come from an old Italian proverb, but the link isn't definitively proven. The loss of nerve is key.
It really paints a picture of hesitation and doubt. So it's not just general nervousness, but nervousness that specifically leads to potentially backing out of something. For example, they were about to sign the contract for the new house, but the husband got cold feet when he saw the final price.
Exactly. It often implies that the person was initially willing or even enthusiastic, but then as the moment of commitment approaches, the fear takes over. I was excited to move to a new city, but as the moving day got closer, I started to get cold feet about leaving all my friends.
It's interesting how it's often associated with big life decisions. Weddings, major purchases, career changes. These are moments where doubt can easily creep in. Is it always a negative thing to get cold feet?
Not necessarily, Alex. Sometimes getting cold feet might be your intuition telling you that something isn't right for you, or that you need more time to think. It can be a signal to pause and reevaluate. However, the idiom itself usually describes the act of becoming too nervous to proceed, regardless of whether that decision is ultimately good or bad.
That's a good point. It describes the feeling and the potential action of withdrawal. So, to summarize for our listeners, to get cold feet means to suddenly lose the courage or confidence to do something you had planned, especially something important because you become too nervous or frightened.
A very thorough and accurate summary, Alex. It's a very human experience, and now our listeners know exactly how to describe it in English.
Absolutely. And hopefully no one gets cold feet about continuing to learn English with us. We try to make it a warm and welcoming experience.
Well said, Alex. Thanks for joining us for episode 19 of Idioms Explained Podcast. We hope this has been an enlightening discussion.
We're sure it has. Don't forget to subscribe to Learn English by English and hit that notification bell. Our commitment to providing quality content never wavers. No cold feet here.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Stay brave.